Hello?
Hello, Miss Cross. This is the reception desk. You have received a package. We have brought it up to your room. I think it is on the desk.
All right, thank you. I have to cut this string. Hello? Is anyone there? Mr. Yannick? Apparently there's no one here. Sorry, I asked if anyone was inside. The door was ajar, and I thought that... You must be Mr. Yannick. Sorry for intruding.
I am Mr. Yannick.
I'm Ellen Cross. I work for the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. I'd like to speak with you.
You could have phoned before just showing up at my place without asking.
I didn't have your number. I'm looking for a Canaic painting. The information I have says that he was one of your ancestors.
A very distant one.
I was hoping that you might have some of the works he painted.
Unfortunately, I don't.
I'm sorry to be so insistent, but it's very important for me to examine your ancestors' paintings. Would you happen to know anyone who owns some of his works?
As far as I know, no collector has thought of his work as having any interest.
Can I take a look at your Lilith painting there? It looks like a very good reproduction.
It is well executed, even if it's not as powerful as Jean Collier's painting. Unfortunately, I don't have time to show it to you this evening. I was getting ready to leave. I'm expected.
Does this name sound familiar to you?
You said Friedland, and why would I know him?
I found your name and address in his papers. Friedland was arrested in possession of a stolen painting by William Turner. And something tells me that you're connected to this affair.
I see. I think that we don't have anything else to say to each other, Miss Cross. I have to go now, so do me a favor and get out of here before I lose my calm.
I bet that the painting I saw in his studio is the Jean Collier original. He was about to leave. I could take advantage of his departure to take a look at the painting. But first, I need to find a place hidden from view where I can wait until his departure. That's probably Yannick leaving his place. I hope he didn't see me come in. painting is fresh, but there's something that looks like a pattern under this red layer. I'll just have to paint and cut it now. It's better if I clean my brush. Too much mixing cancels out the colors. Perfect. I need the last puppet. Without the authentication certificate, I can't be completely sure, but I do think that it's the original. Poor man. Yannick's a lot more dangerous than I thought. I better not hang around here too much longer. I should gather some evidence so the police can take me seriously. Yet another wrist tattoo. But it's a dragon this time. It's empty. Yannick must have gone through his pockets before I came around. As soon as I get out of here, I'm calling the police. The Metropolitan stamp and the reference number of the Vanbury Collection's last painting. Seeing how complex the lock system is, this chest may very well contain the portrait that absolutely terrified the professor. The one we've been after all this time. If I can only bring back one painting, it will be that one. I heard some noise. That must be Yannick. I can't have him find me. I don't have time to figure out the code. I'll have to take the lock apart. I need something to go down. I'm lucky the attic's not that high off the ground. That was a narrow escape. I'll have to tell the police and the museum about it as soon as possible.
Istanbul Emergency Services. All our lines are busy now. Please try calling again later.
The Metropolitan? Hello?
Hello, it's Ellen. Yannick is definitely involved in the painting theft. I've found several Vanbury collection paintings at his place.
That's great news.
There was also a corpse at his place. We have to tell the Turkish police about this as soon as possible.
No, wait a second, Ellen. Calm down. So, there was a corpse. But how did you get into Yannick's place?
You're better off not knowing.
All right. But if you broke into the scene of a crime, you might be stuck in Istanbul for as long as the investigation lasts. Do you have evidence to back you up?
Yes, I took photos and picked up a chest. I think the last painting of the collection is inside.
The portrait of Dracula? You haven't seen what's inside, and you're already as obsessed with this painting as the professor was. I hope the painting won't disappoint you. Until then, don't tell the authorities. I'll tell them as soon as you're on the plane for New York. We can't have you and this chest held up for months because of this murder tale.